Welcome to Gems of Knowledge with your host, David Bellman and Justin Kroll. Each week, our experts will answer all of your jewelry questions with Rachel Putney, our social media maven, who will relay your questions to our experts. And now, here's your host, David Bellman.
Hello, I'm David Bellman, and welcome to another episode of Gems of Knowledge. Today, although it's not really jewelry related, it is related to the business that we do at Bellman Jewelers. And a lot of jewelers do get involved with coins and, rare metals and things like that. And we have that as part of our business. And something really serious is happening in this industry, and we think everyone needs to know about it, and that's why we're doing a show. And it's all about counterfeit coins. We have seen an unbelievable number of these coins coming into our offices that are the most amazing duplicate counterfeit coins that I've ever seen. And I've shown I've sold these coins to friends of mine who are big coin collectors. They can't tell them one from another. It's serious. So with me, of course, is Justin. He and I are going to kind of walk through with you some different examples of coins that we've seen and try to express to you how serious a problem this is and what you can do about it to protect yourself. So,
good morning, Dave.
How you doing?
Good. Yeah, it's a big problem, and we're seeing more and more of it. So it's concerning. We have some good examples of some counterfeit coins, primarily coming out of China.
Okay.
They're a lot of times using the same metals. They'll use silver content, real silver, real gold.
Real gold, yeah.
Obviously copper is not a big deal, but, they're using precious metals. They are striking the coins. They're not cheap.
They're
casts.
minting. They're literally minting coins.
Yeah, and they're getting really, really good at it.
Let's show them. This
right.
is unbelievable. The first one we're going to show. They're counterfeiting pennies. Crazy. This one is an example of an Indian head penny. And explain why they're even doing this, number one. Why is it so significant for them? What's the point of making an Indian head penny?
Sure.
Where's the money?
Sure. So just because it's copper, you might think that this isn't going to be a coin that's tremendously valuable. But numismatically speaking, they minted very few of these coins, so they're rare.
This is a rare date.
This is a rare date.
Okay.
It's not the biggest key date. The key date is 1877 would be the biggest date for Indian head pennies, but it's still, and that's another thing. They're not doing just the most expensive ones. They're doing ones that are
in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle. It doesn't have to be in 1877. So they're doing a whole bunch of different techniques to throw people off.
Now, just out of curiosity, because I'm going to get through all these coins really quickly. 1871, assuming the one on the left is real, if it were real, and you were to buy it, what would you pay for it today?
Probably a few $100s.
So a couple $100s.
Yeah.
So they produce a penny like this in pure copper, and they mint it so that it's almost an exact identical copy of the one that you see on the right. And how, Justin, I look at these coins, and I've been a coin collector my whole life. I see now, when I look at these two, I do see a few differences.
Sure.
In the dates, the numbers look a little funky.
Yeah.
Point out some of the things that we need to look for and what the
Sure.
average person can be aware of.
Sure. So it is a little tough. Strike is one. So the definition of the facial lines and things, but just like as you know, in a real coin,
Yep.
One of the things that contributes to the grade is how well was the coin struck.
Yep.
You might have a completely uncirculated coin, never in circulation. So there's no wear on the coin, but the strike wasn't that great, so that will lower the grade. So this coin, you might think, well, it just wasn't struck very well. It doesn't have a lot of wear.
Yep.
It wasn't struck very well, but you can kind of see. Another thing that Howard's zooming in here, which
Yep.
is a good thing, is the rim.
Yes.
So,
Now I see it. Yeah, the detail of the Those little T's, it looks like little T's going all the way around, but that little design going all the way around is definitely different.
Yes, absolutely. You can see that the definition in there wasn't as good in the cheap Chinese counterfeit versus the original United States minted penny.
Yeah, but under magnification and putting them right next to each other, but
Right.
by itself, and you look at it, it's really, really difficult, even for a coin collector who's not jumping right on it and really studying it. It's
Yeah.
very easy, because minting coins is not an easy thing to do. It's an amazingly expensive process, and the fact
Yes.
that they're doing this it blows my mind. All right, let's go to the next one, which I think is a 25-cent piece. That
Yes, and I just want I want everyone to know these are coins. They're actually certified by PCGS as counterfeits.
yes, okay,
So
Hey,
just
can I
throwing that out
interject
there.
for a second?
Yeah. Sure.
On the last screen, I had to do this because Dave asked. If they're selling them and they're getting the money that they supposedly are getting for them, they're certainly getting their cents worth.
cents worth.
Not 2 cents worth, just cents.
This is a $50, by the way.
All
Oh,
right.
this is the half. Okay, thank you.
Could the readers please or listeners please leave a comment on that joke?
Yeah, really. All right, let's take a look at this. Again, another example. This one's a better copy. So go ahead and describe what we're looking at here.
Yeah. So one of the things you can tell. So they did a little bit of a better job on the rim of the coin. The strike is pretty good. The detail is pretty good. One of the things that stands out to me is there's no real luster to the coin. The aging process. I mean, you'd be amazed the way they're aging them, so that it makes it look old, like it's from the 1800s.
They must be put them in bags and banging them around for
Something.
hours just to make them wear them down. Yeah, because it does have that look and feel of an actual coin.
Yes.
But it looks like whatever stamps it didn't stamp it hard enough or something like that because the stars are so clear on the right.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's part of what Justin was saying. But then again, on the other hand, it could have been just done that way in our own mint. That it just
Correct.
didn't get that the
struck properly.
didn't either get struck properly, or the thing was starting to wear out, and then it wasn't giving a nice firm, nice clean strike.
Right.
But the level of detail, if you look at every little detail in the coin, it has to be hand carved, in the
Yeah.
original, and then struck by these again very sophisticated machines. And also, of course, that they're doing these in actual metals. So even though the coins themselves are counterfeit, the metals that they're using are, real silver, real copper, real gold.
Right. And back in the day, they didn't really. They used
Yeah, fake metals.
fake metals.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is a whole new level of counterfeiting. And the one on the left, even though it looks newer, but there are plenty of coins that are 1871 that look like that too, that don't have that patina.
Absolutely.
So that's not-
So the one on the left, the copy would replicate a real coin that had been, let's say, cleaned.
Yeah. Okay. Which, by the way, people don't do it.
Yeah,
If you have
don't.
gold or any kind of rare coins, the last thing a coin dealer wants you to do
Is clean
to
it.
clean it at all. We've seen some $50,000, $100,000 coins. You can barely see them. They're so tarnished.
Yep.
But they won't take that finish off. They'll leave it on there. That's part of the original part of the coin and what makes it valuable. believe it or not.
Absolutely. Coin dealers and coin collectors want to see what's called toning. Toning can be beautiful. Toning doesn't have to always be black and dark. It can be, beautiful magentas and blues and greens and so if you see, if you have a coin, don't touch
Don't
it.
clean it. Yeah, don't even put fingerprints on it. Just
Yeah.
put it in the plastic something and bring it over and show it to us. All right, let's see the next one. The next one's a similar, but it's a $1 gold piece, or a silver dollar, I should say.
Yep, same thing. I mean, they made, and I chose the image on the right because it was similar in what would be a grade. Okay, so very worn, very circulated, lots of wear to the coin. I
Yeah,
mean,
they almost look identical, except for the fact that, even the wear is like equal.
the wear is equal, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So how do you take 100 and 200 years worth of wear? So because when they minted the coin, they didn't mint it like that. They minted it like brand new.
Brand new.
And then somehow managed to reproduce a couple of 100 years worth of wear,
Yeah.
or at least 150 years worth of wear on the coin. And again, to look at them, right, this is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Very minor.
yeah. And the reason why they're different in color, I couldn't find an example of one. I mean, there are coins that look the same color as the one on the left that are real.
Yeah.
So, but a great example of two coins, similar wear, similar detail. One on the left is counterfeit.
Yeah, and again, thanks, Howard. The thing that kind of stands out to me again is just that ribbing around the edges. Seems to be the only thing that I can see that really stands out to me as being anything different about the two pieces.
Yeah,
At
very
least
tough
with
call.
the penny, you could see that the numbers looked funky. That was the first thing I noticed. But on these, it's very, 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 very minimal detail.
Yeah.
And that's just, and again, just so we're talking about money and what kind of dollars we're talking about here as far as what people could lose, right, if they buy one of these coins. What's the 1871 silver dollar going for? In better, obviously a little better condition than this, but.
Yeah, well, even in that condition, that's a rare date because it's Carson City.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, they could be thousands of dollars. So, and we've shown these coins, like you said earlier, to coin collectors. They would have bought them.
Yep.
It's scary.
Yep. No, these types of coins are so good that there are very few people in the country that have the capacity to be able to tell you if they're real or not. And so that's what we do is we send them out to, what's the name of the company?
PCGS.
PCGS, which is, I think they're number one, aren't they, in the country?
They're number one in the country. There are others, NGC,
Yep.
ANAX, a few other, and then you're starting to get into the grading's not so accurate. So just go with PCGS or NGC.
For the best.
For the best, yeah.
And that's who we use. And we've sent out a few of these coins that we thought were suspicious. And sure enough, they come back as counterfeit. And we're just amazed every time this happens. And then we send out the ultimate coin. There was no way. We got scammed on this one, I have to admit. We lost a few $100 on this one. But I've shown it to coin dealers. I've shown it to the best guys I know. Nobody has said anything about this coin being anywhere near counterfeit. And I just want to show it to you live. So I'm going to hold it up. This is a $5 gold piece. And I just want you to see all of it. I want you to see it in real time. Every little detail about this coin is perfect. Go ahead, Justin. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so this is really troubling. This coin has the strike, the luster. I mean, it even has bag marks. It has with gold coins, you get what's called like a frosty surface that you really want to see. It has everything, the detail, everything. It's gold. It's everything. When this came back, I still want to send it back for a regrade because I
don't blame
can't
you.
believe it.
I'd want double confirmation. Maybe send it to a different one of the other guys.
You know what? That's a good idea. It's if it's getting to the point where they can't even tell. If I send it to NGC,
Yep.
and it comes back,
my God, yeah, that
with a
would be
regular
awful.
grade,
Then what do you do?
it's a big problem. If it ever gets to that point, the market's really going to suffer.
You know what? We should do that. Just like
do
as
it
a
today.
like a test.
Let's do it
And,
today.
and we'll report back in the next show, and we'll tell people because this is a Carson City also, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, explain what Carson City means, just so people know about the different.
Sure. So coins were minted in different states throughout the country in different cities.
Yep.
So the biggest ones are going to be Philadelphia. That's where most coins are minted. You have Denver, San Francisco, Carson City, and each coin was different. Was minted in different numbers in each location. So in 1871, they all made a run of them, but in Carson City, they made fewer. So therefore, the coin becomes rarer with that CC mint mark on the back.
Exactly. Yep. So that's what it is. That particular mint was not the most productive, and as a result, the number of coins that came out of there are lower numbers, makes them more rare and more collectible. And again, if you're a coin collector and you're looking at this, let me just tell you, folks, what you see is what you get. This is absolutely the most perfect coin I have ever seen.
How many people? You showed it to with like 3 people, right?
More than that. I've shown it to like 6 people. I showed it to somebody yesterday, another coin collector yesterday. Same thing. He says, "Oh, this is beautiful, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Yeah, made in China." And they just look at me like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "This is where things are." And now remember, folks, this is solid gold.
Right.
Right? So, I mean, it's not even like they made it out of fake gold. It's real gold.
Real gold.
So I think the gold value of this was, what, $290?
Yeah, about that.
And here's the interesting part. The rare date value of this is, what, maybe $500 or $600? I mean, to go through all this trouble to make a duplicate coin like this that costs you at least $300 for the materials, right? Plus all the work to do it. And then to kind of go and take it out and circulate it and try to make some money on it, and you're just talking a few $100.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it with the pennies. They can make those for less than a penny.
Sure.
And if you can sell them for $200 or $300, that's a nice return on your investment. But there's a lot of effort that went into this.
You should see the watches they're doing. Everything. I mean, handbags, coins. The counterfeiting is unbelievable what's going on in China. You know, it just kind of makes you wonder what's going on over there that nobody is catching these people, and it's so rampant. It's unbelievable.
I would suggest that, talk about getting into trouble. I mean, how could the government not be involved? I mean, the level of sophistication, honestly, the level of sophistication to mint coins. I mean, that's what separated, that's what allowed us all this technology all these years. That's why we had to change a lot of our bills, right? Because they were getting more sophisticated and being able to reproduce our dollar bills, but it took a long time for that to happen. Same thing with coins. I mean, it costs millions of dollars to make machines that can then do this.
Absolutely.
And then they're sitting there printing them out of gold, hiring people to do the engravings. And that's why the detail of the engraving is so important, because it would take somebody weeks and months to carve it out and do all the work.
Yeah.
And
it's like North Korea. They're the biggest printer of our currency, I think.
Well,
you know, they print more than we do, probably.
That's been the case.
Scary.
That's what we heard about a lot of the countries. And you know what? We shouldn't throw China under the bus completely on this one, because it could be South Korea or North Korea. It could be Iran. It could be anywhere.
Could be anyone.
Because all these countries have the capacity to do it, but it's being done, and people need to be aware of it. And if you're out there going to a coin show and you think you see something that you like,
make sure it's certified.
Show them.
Well, that's what a counterfeit one. These is what these come back in as counterfeit.
That's right. We don't.
You
have
can show them that.
Yeah. No. I mean, just when they come back, this is the company. They'll send them back. But if they're legitimate, they come in a plastic case and they're all sealed with certificates. And we can.
We'll put a picture of one up for them.
Yeah, we'll put some up for you so you can see them during the show. We'll just do it in post. So, but that's what you want to look for.
Yeah.
And hope that that their certificates are real. I don't even know where it's going to end.
Yeah.
I don't even know where it's going to end. But I know that if you're out there and you're thinking about investing in coins and gold, this is something that you need to be aware of, and we thought it was really important. It's not exactly jewelry related, but it's related to metals and our business.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're seeing it, it's just scary.
It's all intertwined, right? Coins, they mount them in jewelry. People that like jewelry like coins. Yeah, when we buy and sell them. And so, no, everyone needs to know about this stuff.
Yeah. So we're going to stay on top of it. We're going to send that coin out to another place to have them certify it, and just out of curiosity, see if it comes back as counterfeit. And I guess the other thing that we can do, right, is they said if you want to learn how to, now that it's getting so sophisticated, they're offering classes that you can go to so that you can really learn all the little details that they know that we have to look for to be able to, identify these here.
Yeah.
But you can't just figure it out on your own. You have to actually go to these places and take classes and it's become so sophisticated. You can't just look at them anymore.
Right.
And I don't know how they do it, but we're going to find out. So that's our episode for today. Any other final comments before you think we covered everything?
No, we're going to we'll get back to you on the results of that coin going to a different lab, and we'll see what happens. Very interesting.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the episode. We certainly enjoyed getting this information out to you. And tell your friends about it. Everybody needs to know that this is going on and to be very careful. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next week.